Coming up on Torrance Today, it's President's Day, a holiday that recognizes the birthdays of two of our country's greatest former leaders. LA Metro wants to hear from you about the possible routes for the Sea Line extension, and our visitors from KASHIWA, Japan are on their way back home. We'll show you the highlights of their time in Torrance. All this and more coming up right now on Torrance Today. Welcome to Torrance Today. I'm Kirk Lyons. It's 4 p.m. on Monday, February 20th. I hope your week is off to a great start. Thank you so much for joining us. Here is our first story. City Hall is closed today in observance of President's Day, and so are our courts, libraries, schools, and post offices. President's Day is the celebration of our first president, George Washington's birthday. The day also includes recognition of President Abraham Lincoln's birthday, which was last week. Lincoln's birthday is not observed as a federal holiday, so many states only recognize it as part of today's celebration, which is nationally commemorated on the third Monday of every February. There is also no street sweeping today, and any refuse and recycling pickup scheduled for today will take place tomorrow. And we are one step closer to a Metro Sea Line connection to the Mary Kay Giordano Regional Transit Center, which is in its final stages of completion. The Los Angeles County Metropolitan Transit Authority has prepared a report which examines the environmental impact of 3 potential routes for the line. Now they'd like to hear from the public. The latest in their series of public hearings takes place tomorrow night at the Toyota Meeting Hall at 3330 Civic Center Drive from 5 to 8 p.m. For more information about the Sea Line extension, visit metro.net/SeaLineEXT. And dozens of delegates from KASHIWA, Japan left Torrance this morning after an eventful long weekend. The group celebrated the 50th Sister City anniversary with our city over the past few days, taking in as much of Torrance as possible, and most importantly, reconnecting with those who also participated in the Sister City program over the past 5 decades. Our special visitors arrived at LAX last Thursday, kicking off 4 full days of fun festivities, starting with a welcome reception at the DoubleTree by Hilton Hotel.
This is their initial reception for our Sister City delegates, celebrating 50 years. We're talking 5-0, right? 50 years of Sister City relationship, and it's a start of, at least 4 days of celebration, commemoration, remembrance of, all the exciting things. We have people here who are students at the exchange who are now parents. It's a kickoff of, it's celebration. It's huge.
Well, I've been involved in this for over 20 years, and we've been very fortunate, been able to go on 3 separate trips to Japan with these people, and been in most of these people's homes. And I tell you, it's a trip that I highly recommend to anyone because they are so incredibly nice to Americans there, and they really make you feel like you're at home. It's just amazing how you can get close ties to people you never knew before.
I've been to Torrance 5 or 6 times. I have so many friends here, and very warm feeling, friendship, and everything here. This very warm and friendly circumstances are very important for making peace and making friendly world, and that's why this relationship is very, very meaningful for us.
The reception took place on the penthouse floor overlooking much of our city. Members of the Torrance Sister Cities Association, our elected officials, and city staff all came out to greet the KASHIWA delegates. Attendees enjoyed delicious food and drinks during the first of several evenings that they would spend together here in the South Bay. And day 2 began with a trip to City Hall, a nostalgic site for our visitors who were here before through the Sister Cities Cultural Exchange Program.
It was the greatest experience in my life. That was 1980. That tells my age, so I really, didn't want to reveal. But anyway, that was the, biggest experience because I was born and grew up in Japan and then never had experience until, I came to Torrance and foreign exposure. And it really, that, exchange student experience totally changed my life because, I just realized that, I'm a global citizen and I don't have to be stuck in the country I was born. So eventually I moved here and I got a job and got married and I have a son. So I just became truly international businesswoman because of that.
A small procession took place outside City Hall with the Torrance Civic Chorale singing the national anthems of both the U.S. and Japan. Mayor Chen invited the group inside for a tour of council chambers and various offices inside the building. The Torrance Art Museum showed our guests its newest exhibit that is dedicated to them. It's called Bridging the Pacific and features Japanese-American artists from across our region. And before the KASHIWA delegates left the Civic Center, they helped plant a new cherry blossom tree near the museum, symbolizing the blooming relationship between the two cities during its milestone anniversary. And day 2 wrapped up with the mayor's dinner at the Roma Cucina.
Kampai. I want them to feel that Torrance is an extension of their home away from home. It's a safe place. They could come here and just relax and just feel a sense of family. They're halfway across the globe, but they have a family here in Torrance.
The KASHIWA delegates, many of whom have been to Torrance before for other anniversary visits, are a very warm and engaging and exciting group of people. They truly enjoy being here, meeting us, experiencing the culture of Torrance, and for a group of people who have traveled halfway around the world, they are vibrant, they are excited, and they have been just a delight to meet and show the best of Torrance.
The dinner served as an opportunity for the mayor and the guests to share an informal evening of conversation and fine Italian food. And day 3 activities began at Wilson Park, where many visitors discovered a new world at the Torrance Certified Farmers Market.
This market is very exciting. Everything is big, like strawberry, broccoli, very, very big, and I'm astonished.
First, we were very interested in how to shop, and each one can just take by themselves, and that's not happening in Japan.
After smelling and tasting some of the fresh fruits and vegetables, another priceless experience awaited them on the other side of the park. Perhaps one of the most touching parts of the visit was the Golden Jubilee, a picnic celebrating the 50th anniversary by bringing together those from both Torrance and KASHIWA who took part in the Sister City program.
I came here in 1977 as an exchange student. Torrance changed my life. I can't think of my life without Torrance.
In the late autumn of 1972, Miko called me. Aki, you are very familiar with the Sister City exchange between US and Japan, and Torrance is thinking of having a Sister City relationship with a city called KASHIWA, Japan. This is the culmination of friendship of 50 years. So I'm very happy. And look at these people, very nice people, friendly people, both Japanese and Americans. So it's simply wonderful.
I'm a former president and board member of the Torrance Sister City Association back in the early 2000s. And, I'm seeing all the longtime volunteers. This is an entirely 100% volunteer-run organization. And it's like people-to-people diplomacy, the relationship between Torrance and our sister city of KASHIWA, welcoming the mayor, the city council members, and the entire delegation here to Torrance is so great.
I was here in 1993 when I was 16, junior year in high school, and I spent 3 weeks here, and it was a really great experience for me, and I fell in love with the U.S., and it made me want to study in the U.S. So I decided to go to an American college after that, and so it was definitely a turning point in my life.
That last speaker was one of the main performers at Saturday night's Friendship Festival, where past students from the Sister Cities Cultural Exchange Program showcased their diverse artistic talents on the big stage, wowing the next generation of students and mesmerizing others.
When you're offering a cigarette, you say, "Suimasen." And when you say, "I don't smoke," you say, "Suimasen."
When the guy was joking, that was really cool. I liked how their traditions were different from mine. I'm from Taiwan. I want to go.
You want to go where?
To Kashiwa.
Our youngest son, who has been living in Japan now for 9 years, and he plays shamisen, traditional instrument. It was his idea to go, and when he was a junior in high school, so 2007 up to right now, we've been involved. The goal is to promote cultural exchange, promote friendship, promote understanding between two cultures. And what it basically comes down to is that you can be friends, maybe 5,000 to 8,000 miles apart, but your heart is still there.
Still ahead, it's Monday Memories, and we'll take you to last night's sayonara or goodbye banquet as we say goodbye to our visitors when we come back in 60 seconds. At the end of every episode of Torrance Today, we want to share a positive story that fits the theme for the day. For today's Monday Memories, we'll take you back to the last event for our visitors. A sayonara banquet took place inside the DoubleTree by Hilton Hotel, where our guests surprised our city with a thoughtful gift, cementing our sister city relationship and creating another lasting memory.
日本には通りに名前がね基本的にないので、でもトーランスの名前がこうやってつくっていうこの一つの記念すべきことかな。これにその場に立ち会えるというか、こういう企画になったことは非常に感慨深いですね。
What a great surprise, because we've had a KASHIWA street here for a while, and I'm looking forward to going there. I got to do a little selfie or take a photo at Torrance Street in KASHIWA. No, this is great. Speechless.
I think this is just a wonderful example of, how people bring countries together. To me, it's not governments, it's people-to-people contact, whether it's here at home or around the world. I think we can learn from this example and bring peace throughout the world.
Yes, that is some bond of human beings, and that accepts everybody who are just supporting the same idea, for the world. So it encourages me to continue for the future.
We say goodbye to our visitors, but only for now. A group of our students will travel to KASHIWA during the summer, and our delegates are planning a trip in the fall. Well, that's our show for today. Let us know if you have a positive story to tell by emailing us at torrancetoday@torranceca.gov. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you back here tomorrow with more news from and for our Torrance community. Have a great day.